Aquaman, issue number 10. That's right, folks. We are entering a new arc for this ongoing horror in the high seas, or horror on the high seas, I should say. Do you like pirates? There's a chance that if you are a fan of Aquaman, you are also a fan of pirates. Because pirates are cool. This is a really fun issue. I wasn't expecting it to be this silly, but it's kind of fun. You know, that's the thing that Jeremy Adams has been doing really good with this book. Let's just do water-based adventures. And what better than pirates, you know? So this issue opens up, and we are following Andrina, the adult version of her, because we saw at the end of the last issue that the baby is still with Mara, so this is not actually Arthur's daughter. But this imposter found an old wrecked pirate ship, and she used magic to bring a skeleton back to life. So that's fun. What's that going to look like? We'll get there in a minute here. Let's go back to Atlantis, like the actual Atlantis, where Mara, Garth, and Jackson are trying to break through this magical field. They can't get out of it. It's too powerful. But Mara has an idea that since the magic can't be broken, it's got a bunch of chaos magic attached to it or whatever. What if Garth uses magic, not trying to break the barrier, but to send somebody out of the barrier, and then they could seek help that way. It's a place not on Earth, but is of Earth, which is Zebel. And Zebel, we know, is where Mara is from. So she's like, why don't you send me that way? And he's like, I'll do my best to see if we can do that. So he's like, all right, let's give that a try. Let's see what the Justice League Blue are up to. That's not their team, but that's just what we're calling them, the Blue Warriors. Arthur's just floating in the ocean, feeling everything, and his team's back on the Nautilus, and they're like, there's something weird about what he's doing here. Should we help him with stuff? Does he really need us anymore? Nemo's kind of like, I don't think he needs us, but Arian tells them he might need us now more than ever. If that power were to, break loose and he can't contain it, I don't know. I think something bad could happen. And we see Arthur just kind of freaking out, just hearing everything that's connected to the water, including, people tossing coins into a pond, people getting too far into the ocean. Then he hears a signal, sir, there's nothing on our radar, sir, we don't know what it is. And he's like, damn, this must be what Clark feels like, just feeling hundreds of thousands of voices everywhere. And that's when he hears a naval ship being attacked by a big pirate ship. Skeleton pirates are attacking a naval ship. Whoa! Obviously. That is a really fun idea. There's something that people like. Pirates and skeletons. They love skeleton pirates. The first Pirates of the Caribbean is all about that. So this is sick and really cool. You just love to see it. You love to see this kind of action take place, and it's so well depicted. Incredibly fun. The Blue Warriors show up, and they're like, all right, let's beat up some skeletons, I guess. Vivian fights some. She's doing pretty good. Arthur takes on, the head honcho, stopping his blades and everything. Arian uses, some specific magic to neutralize what they are, and he's like, this magic feels very old. It's from a bygone age. I don't know what it is. I should also point out, our characters are now wearing, Arian and Vivian are wearing, their superhero costumes now. They got, the Aquaman symbol on, their shoulders and stuff. They're part of a team, which is kind of fun, right? So, old magic brought these things back to life. What does that mean specifically? Who's to say, But Arthur's kind of getting destroyed by one of them. It's not really doing great. And Arian's like, why don't you try to bring them all to me and I can undo the magic against them? He's like, all right, let's do that. So Arthur uses his hydrokinesis, which is his other new power, puts them all in a big whirlpool, sends them all towards Arian, and they do their best to defeat it, but they can't really stop the ship from headed straight for Coast City. It's headed straight for Coast City. Now, this is a Halloween issue. You might not have figured that out, but we cut to 3 kids walking down the streets of Coast City on Halloween. One of them is dressed as a pirate, one of them is dressed as Aquaman, and another one's dressed as Green Lantern. And the pirate and Aquaman are making fun of Green Lantern because he's never in Coast City. Meanwhile, a big pirate ship's just barreling down the streets of Coast City, which is crazy. And they're like, oh man, maybe pirates are cool. So the captain of the ship, he jumps off of his ship He's headed towards something, but the rest of the team is fighting off these, pirate skeletons, so they can't really get to it right away. And we see that they're digging somewhere. They're digging down in like the depths of the city streets. They're pulling out an ancient treasure chest. These pirates are after a treasure chest. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Meanwhile, the adult version of Andrina shows up. And she's like, I don't think so. I'll be taking that treasure chest, please. And she fights off the pirates. She kills and takes the magic back from the original captain that she built in the first page of the book. And the ship starts to disappear. And Aquaman's like, what happened? We see a smoldering pile of bones, realizing like, oh, was he buried here next to this treasure chest or something? What happened here? This is very weird. Somebody did something that incited this incident, and I don't really know how it ended or why it ended. But now we're stuck dealing with like this weird damage in Coast City. Very strange. This guy died. Who stopped it? And what were they looking for? So we see in like the final page of the book, or the final panel, I should say, the adult Andrina is hiding behind a corner holding this treasure chest that has a skeleton on it, and she's like, ooh, I'm secretly holding on to stuff. What does that mean? Who's to say? But she's got it now, so something happened there. What more do you want from an Aquaman book? He's fighting skeleton pirates. He's got a team that includes Captain Nemo. This is the good stuff, man. This is the good stuff. It's so well depicted. The pirate ship looks great. Like, it's cool. The skeletons look like skeletons, but cartoony skeletons at the same time. It's so much fun. And it's just so cool to see that. Like, this is such a fun book. I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad this book still is doing cool stuff. What a fun little issue. What a fun little issue. So who is this Andrina imposter? I'm sure we'll get an answer soon. But before then, we have to do a DCKO tie-in, which is fine, I guess. So, Aquaman, issue number 10. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And, of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.